Roger, here we are, we're in downtown Schenectady, and I know it's changed from when you came in here in 1990, and it's certainly changed from what Jackie and I remember back in the 50s and 60s.
Absolutely.
But, you know, there's a big improvement, and I know you had something to do with this, so I think we can explain more, you know, getting it from you.
Well, when I came in 1990, Schenectady was a wasteland, and I had helped turn around Beloit, Wisconsin through something called Beloit 2000. Neil Golub and I found each other, brought people together, decided to call it Schenectady 2000. And that in turn resulted in Metroplex and some of the buildings that were done and the jobs relocated. But the important thing that came out of it first and foremost was an incredible change in attitudes among people throughout these neighborhoods.
It's been incredible.
But now we've got to bring that back because Metroplex has done what it was meant to do in large part downtown. It has to do the same thing in the neighborhoods.
Exactly.
So Roger, you were in on the ground floor of the Metroplex. What was the master plan?
The plan for Metroplex was very simple. Any renovation of any city starts with anchor buildings. MVP became one, Department of Transportation the second. We wanted a theater to bring some life to downtown. And ultimately what you want to get businesses, restaurants and bars, to have a nightlife. You want to ultimately get on top of those buildings apartments. You want to have people live here on a 16 to 18-hour day to make it a lively city. That's what you need to have this city come back. And ultimately you need to get some retail downtown. More small businesses. You're not going to get a major chain downtown, I suspect, but you can get small businesses. That's what the life of the city is all about.
Right, so your feeling is you really need to make Schenectady a destination, not just a place on the map.
Well, it's great that you bring it up because one of the things, Jackie, that happened was the decision was made back in, I believe, the 1960s to take down the beautiful train station we had. Right. Now we're talking about replacing the sardine can that we have with another train station, have that expense. But what we really need to make this a destination is to have that second track between Albany and Schenectady.
I agree.
Because anyone that's taking the train to New York City gets to sit in Albany for 30 minutes.
I agree. I've been attending meetings for years talking about that concept, and we need the two tracks. It's just imperative for the survival of this community in this area,
right.
So
many people don't understand that when we have a single track as we do, trains coming east and going west have to wait to pass one another, and that waiting point is in Albany or Schenectady. And if you want to have life, do that. But the other thing is, we would be, I believe, the only, at least this was the case a few years ago, the only downtown with a train station in it between New York City and Buffalo. And that means that people from Utica and other places may well drive here, park here, go to New York from here, come back here, use our restaurants, do the destination type things that you're talking about.
I think that also goes along with, we need people that make good decisions and for the long range. When that train station was taken down, now Jackie remembers it, and I remember, it was a beautiful train station with marble pillow. You can replace it for $1 billion probably in today's market. It was beautiful, but that decision was made back then, let's take it down. So there was no long-range plan, and we need people with some vision to look at the long range.
And other than what took place with Schenectady 2000 and Metroplex, I would argue there's been no financial planning in this city, no establishment of priorities. And that's why we're in the financial shape we're in.